How often do you write? Okay, this is the point where I lie to all of you. I write every day, and I write at least 2,000 words every day I sit down. Okay, we've gotten through that. The truth of the matter is that I work a full time job to pay for my editing costs because, as we established previously, editing is super important and not cheap. And unfortunately, there's no way to circumvent that unless you happen to have a professional editor as a very close friend, in which case you should still pay for your editing. It's super important, the work that they're doing, and it's incredibly valuable. So yeah, expensive, which means I work a full-time job. And because I work a full-time job and I have obligations at home, it just means I don't have as much time to write as I would like. That stated, I have 2 days off a week, Sundays and Tuesdays. I get at least 2 to 3,000 words written every day I have off. And my goal is always to try to hit around 10,000 words a week. Stephen King, again, writes 2,000 words every day. The man is a professional. He's got way more money than I do. He has way more money than I ever will. And I figure if he's hitting 2,000 words a day, then, it's probably a safe bet that I should do more than that. I did have an 8-month period where I was a full-time writer. I did nothing besides write. And on those period of time, I was averaging about 3 to 4,000 words a day. I periodically will take a week off of work in order to just write full time. And on those periods of time, I will get, 6,000 words a day on some of those days. But this is not a goal of humbragging. It's really just saying whatever amount you write and however much you write. There we go. English is tough. That's what you should be aiming for. If you want to become professional, Brandon Sanderson is all about 1 to 2 novels a year. His novels are 2 to 400,000 words. The man is a machine. However, for most writers, that's 100 to 200,000 words a year. It sounds like a lot. It's absolutely doable. I've written at least one novel every year since 2016. So I'm actually on 4 right now. So I've written more than one a year. And it's just a question of if it's important to you, find the time to do it. And 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there if you can. In my case, I can't write in 15 minutes. I need to have at least an hour to 2 hours to even get the wheels turning. But that's just the way that my particular process works. Whatever your process is will be equally good for you, I hope. But it's really more about consistency than it is about, if I was only waiting for the 1 week I have off every 4 months or whatever, I wouldn't get a lot written. And so finding those hours when I have days off and filling them with writing, just putting myself in front of the computer and just cranking out as many words as I can, is really important. And I would encourage you, if you have the capability to write for an hour a day, yeah, absolutely. That's much better to write 1 hour, 7 days a week than it is to write 8 hours, one day a week. But yeah, find your balance. Do as much as you can, and the more words you write, the better your writing will become. Also, quick note: your first novel, the first thing you finish, is probably going to suck. Just as a heads up, accept it and don't get depressed by it. It just file it away. Brendan Sanderson, a very successful writer, he wrote 12 novels before he got one of them published. I'm currently on novel 4, and I haven't had any of them professionally published. I've had 2 of them self-published. Um, 2 of them self-published. Yeah, you lose track so easily. So yeah, it's just one of those things that it's what you do. You wake up, you write. If you have other stuff to do, you do your other stuff, and then whenever you have time to do more writing, you do more writing.